So before we dive into today's tutorial, I've got a really important question to ask you. Ready? White or colored lights? So when I was growing up, I always argued to put colored lights on our Christmas tree, and my mom hated it. She thought it looked tacky, and she liked the classic look of just plain white lights. And now that I'm an adult, I kind of have to agree with her. But today we're going to forget all that and do some colored lights for our little tree right here, out of 95 paracord. So for this project, you'll need whatever colors you want for your actual lights, and then I've got 25 feet of dark green, so it kind of matches that wire look. We won't need our full 10 feet of each color, but that's the smallest amount we sell it in, and so maybe you just want to buy extra for future projects. But it'll take about 6 inches per light that we do, and I'm hoping to get about 20 lights on our string. Oh, and these knots are going to be a lot easier with a Type 1 fid. So before we dive in, we're just going to put all these colors aside and start with our green. I like to use the alpine butterfly loop for these lights, and it's a little bit hard to see how to make it in this 95 cord, but we do have a video on that subject if you can't follow in this one. So to make that alpine butterfly, we're just going to drape the cord across our finger, and then around and across the top, just the pad of our finger there. Around one more time, down in an X. And then really carefully, we're going to take that off of our finger. So we want to keep that loop and the X, and wrap that loop down over the X, and then up through all three. Then pull all three ends to tighten it down. And we want to be left with about a 1/2 inch loop. Mine is just a little bit small there, but you can easily adjust that by taking the slack in from one end. That knot right there is going to provide a nice base for us to make a fishtail weave for our lights. Once you have the first one sized how you want it, then we're going to move 1 inch down the line and do that same knot again. I like to make all of my alpine butterfly loops first so that they end up the same size. It's a little bit hard to tell what size they are once you add the colored cord in for the lights. So I'm just going to start right there, putting that first alpine butterfly right against my finger, and then making another one. Take it off my finger carefully, bring that loop around and through, and pull tight. And that usually ends up about 1 inch apart. If you have to adjust a little bit, it's best to do that first before moving on to the next knot. There are actually a lot of ways to make this knot, and so if this way is difficult for you, especially in this tiny 95 cord, just look up a different video and you'll probably find a different method. I'm going to keep on making more of these alpine butterfly loops, spaced 1 inch apart and about a 1/2 inch tall, and then once we're done with our whole string, we'll add on the colored lights. Once you're done with those alpine butterfly loops, we can begin on our lights. What I'm going to do is take one color and get all of those of that color done first, so that I don't have to keep on changing out my fid. But you can do it however you want. So you want to thread your cord onto your fid. You might need to remelt it if there's not a good end. Then we're going to thread our fid through our little loop to start out. If you want to really conserve your string, you can bring all of it through. It's going to take you a little bit longer, but you'll have less excess at the end. And then just leave a little bit of a tail at that end. And then we're going to begin our fish weave through. So we went down through. It's going to wrap around this top side, then we'll go down through again, pull it all through, and then looped over this bottom side and down through again. And if you're familiar with the fishtail, this is going to be no problem for you. We're just going to keep on threading it down through, going over each side until we fill up that little loop. Once you've filled up your first light, you can go ahead and clip the ends. And that little inch there is your only waste. And we'll just melt them with our lighter and press them against. And there we go, our first Christmas light. If you're less concerned about wasting cord, you can cut off a little 8-inch piece of cord each light, but you're gonna have a little bit more waste that way, but it will go faster. So do it however you want, and we'll catch you at the end. And there are our finished lights. I'm pretty happy with how these turned out. Way more exciting to look at the colored version than the test ones I had done in gray paracord. You could definitely do these in 550 as well, and I'm curious to see what that would look like. So if any of you guys do it, definitely post pictures to our Paracord Facebook group. So at this point, let's put these lights on our tree. And there we are. Sorry, Mom, had to go with the colored lights. So now we can put the ornaments back on. So there's our Christmas tree so far. It's starting to fill out. We've got a couple more of these planned, and if you have any ideas that you want to add to it, we'll try to fit those in as well. So let us know in the comments. We'll put a link in the description to where you can find that 95 cord that we used. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.